G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more Dragon Age Origins, where we're playing as the Grey Rangers of Ferelden. When we last left off, our dwarf noble Durin here just managed to become a ranger able to summon his wolf companion. But the big issue we have here is that the wolf using that summons uses up a lot of our stamina. And I'm actually curious now to wonder if I'm going to be able to... Whoops. Not that. If I'm going to be able to put a few points into willpower, I think it is, which will increase our stamina and hopefully get us able to yes, we only have 74 stamina. I'm pretty sure willpower is what we need. Increases mana or willpower by 5 points for each point purchased. Does constitution, that it does purely health? Okay, good. So we are going to dump some points into willpower, and I was just checking, at the next level I plan to get Summon Bear. So if we have a look here, I can, at next level, I will be level 8, I can then get Summon Bear, so I'm definitely going to do that. And then the next skill or talent I was going to get was Scattershot, and that requires a dexterity of 27, which we currently already have. So that means that next level I can, if I want, at next level I can add points. Where was I going? Add points to my willpower so that we've got some more stamina so that we can handle this. So I was planning to add a point to strength and 2 points to dexterity, but I may actually... What does critical shot need? Critical shot only needs 21. That's not a problem. So I'm probably at next level going to probably going to put some points, probably just 1 point into dex and 2 points into willpower, and over the next few levels I may continue that, because I actually have more dex than I need at the moment for any of the abilities that I want. The only... Like, I'm planning on getting Scattershot, and I've already met the requirements for that, but that's 2 levels away. And then the next, after we get Scattershot, we're going to take Summon Spider. Then we're going to take Critical Shot, which I can already get, and then we're going to go to Master Rogue. So at the moment, I actually don't need to increase my dex to meet any of the planned requirements that I'm going to do for various talents. But increasing my dex will increase my ability to hit targets and do damage. So I'm not going to just abandon that. But I think at the moment the most important thing for me to do, even though I'm not using a lot of talents that are going to use fatigue... Excuse me, it would be nice to have something there. So that's what we're going to do. We have done everything that we can in Lothering. Okay, so we can decide where we want to go from here. The only thing we have to do yet is go to the highway up there and meet the dwarves. And that is fine. I don't think we need anything in the way of equipment. We've got a good bunch of healing items. I've got some healing for the dog. I've got a nice amount of venom that I can use. We do have the Oathkeeper sword that we could sell. That was a sword that we were given for completing one of our last missions. So that, or it is something that we could potentially give to another companion at some point, i.e. Alistair, but we already gave him a fairly good sword. Let's just put Alistair in and see if this sword is better than his. It is likely that it is going to be. Oathkeeper. Well, it's going to drop his attack a little bit from 78 to 76. But it does more damage, and it has some good... It has extra penetration, and he gets more healing. Any healing done to him is more effective. So that seems like a good option all round. So we may just sell that Dwarven blade later on. Let's get him back out of the party, though, because we definitely want dog. We want Meathead in there. Yeah, good. Meathead and the wolf are all still here. Let's go. Now, the only thing that I'm finding a little bit annoying is that I was of the opinion, and I still stand by this, I was of the opinion that there was a way to set a tactic for the wolf. And there isn't. Even if I select the wolf and then go into tactics, there's nothing there. The wolf at the moment doesn't really have a lot. It just has howl. But yeah, we have to put up with that. I would have liked to be able to script it like I can with Meathead, but you know, we'll put up with it. I'm gonna come around this way a little bit first, so I can get these maybe try and get these elf roots before, because otherwise I will completely forget about them.
And I'm on.
Okay, I'm gonna come around here. Let's quick save. Is the wolf a mod? No. The wolf is because I took the ranger specialization. And in the ranger, I have the ability to summon a wolf, and then later on summon a bear, and then a spider, which frankly is useless. And then at the master ranger, I'm able to summon a higher level version of them. So the wolf becomes a blight wolf. I'm not sure what the bear becomes. I think it becomes a great bear or something. I don't know what the spider becomes. But once I get that master ranger, I can do those. And the plan with this is to have Liliana and another rogue all eventually also specialize in ranger. So that we will essentially have three summoned animals plus Meathead, my dog. So we will basically have 4 summoned animals plus the 3 of us behind them with bows. This is actually a tactic that I have used in other games in the past. So I've used this very same tactic. Pillars of Eternity. This works really well. An entire party of rangers in Pillars of Eternity. Yeah, so in Pillars of Eternity, an entire party of rangers gave you, 6 animals plus 6 archers. And it was basically just insane the sort of damage that you could do. in that game. I've done this I even did this a little bit in Pathfinder Kingmaker, where I did build a party of entirely rangers. It always works really well. If the game will let you have multiple rangers that can summon animal companions, do it. Okay. What have we got here? Herlock. So there's one Genlock. Okay. I feel like we need to do a Shatter shot on the Herlock Alpha to try and get his defenses down a little bit. Where are you, pup? Because you should be taking on the Alpha, and so should you. And ultimately, I would really like you to be attacking the Alpha as well. And I'm sure you are, but even if you're not, you are. Okay, there goes the Alpha. He's trying to heal, and we'll get him to take a full heal as well. You can go there. You can attack him as well. This is the problem with Sten, and I'm seriously considering changing him out for somebody else. Like two-handed swords or two-handed weapons in this game they're not ridiculously slow, but they get slow compared to every other type of combat. And particularly if you get surrounded when you've got a two-handed weapon, you're done for, because you're going to start getting hit so many times that it interrupts you and you can't get a swing off. All he's able to do most of the time is he's having to frantically drink potions to keep himself alive while everyone just mobs him. And I really feel like I need to remedy that somehow. No, I don't want you doing another Shattering shot. You don't have enough stamina to do that. Okay. Wolf. Meathead. And me are going to take on that guy. You and you are going to finish him off. Yeah, that's going to work. Two on one, he doesn't have a problem. But once it gets over about 3 or more, his health goes down so quickly, then he has to drink a potion, and often it's not enough, and he has to drink another one, and he just gets... It's almost a stun lock. No, I don't want suppressing fire. Yeah. We need to get back stamina much quicker than that. You can help with that Herlock, please. Yeah, see, the animals have no real problem in this fight. But Sten... Why are you doing that, Sten? You need to kill that guy. Okay. Oh wow, you can select multiples. Brilliant. I don't know why I'm moving to there. I really wanted to attack, but anyway. Okay, we got through that without too much. Yeah, I've said this before. I would really like someone to bring out a game where there were long-term adverse effects to drinking health potions. Like 1 health potion a day won't be a problem. But if you have to chug like 4 or 5 health potions in a battle, I want there to be some problem. Like, let's say you will not sleep for the next day or two, and so you'll be fatigued or whatever. There should be... I mean, it would make games ultra hard, but, you know, either that or I want a health potion with the little Surgeon General's warning on the bottom that says, you know, side effects may include blah, 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 blah. Because in the modern world, there's nothing that you could just chug like that and not expect to have some sort of side effect that's going to wipe you out, whether it's tomorrow or whether it's 10 years' time. I've always felt it would be funny if there was something that, even if you just walked into a village one time and you found some guy and he looked like he was 80 years old, and you talk to him and it turns out he's a 30-year-old adventurer and he looks that old because he just chugged so many health potions and they just prematurely aged him. Anything like that would be interesting to have and would be good to see in a game. Anyway, enough of me being silly.
Merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
We're Grey Wardens.
My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Why is there an issue with sharing loot? I'm not sure I understand. Some more demonic ichor.
And I'm off.
Short bow. Carved statuette. Was there something? Oh no, that was Liliana glittering like that. Okay, I think we... Sorry, excuse me, I didn't get to the mute button in time. Well, but what about this reinforcement? What if the health potion heals you but tastes absolutely horrible? You know, like the old Mary Poppins thing where all medicine tastes terrible, so you put a spoonful of sugar in it to make it taste good. That would be another thing that they could do in the game, is you could drink the potion, and every time you drink the potion, you just go, oh my god, that is disgusting. Or you start coughing and hacking or whatever, because it just tastes so terrible, but it's the only way to keep yourself alive. Anyway, we, or I, have to make a decision now. Because now that we have finished... Oh, no, we don't actually have to make a decision. Because no matter what we do, we get stuck in this, which takes us to the party camp. That's fine. But the decision I have to make going forward here is where to go next.
Bad dreams, huh?
Seems so
well, it
real.
is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Well, not just health potions, though. Reinforcements. any potion. Like, what if invisibility potions gave you heartburn? Or, a potion of protection from fire made your fingers tingle? I'd like to hear and see. I'd like a game to just be really weird and throw in a bunch of all of these weird little things that are part of these potions. Just odd little side effects. Maybe the potions of mana restoration give you the hiccups. Whatever. Just a whole bunch of little things thrown into a game that just have the potions be something that you might not want to drink.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Duncan never mentioned you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden Commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favour did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostergar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Yeah, I'll help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
So it's a toss-up at the moment whether I do that mission first
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer.
or whether I go to the circle.
Bodon Fennick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
With my discount. Yay. So we want to sell that and that and that. Let's actually, I won't buy those yet. And I haven't been using many injury kits, so I might not buy any of those. I will buy some more of the Mabari Crunch. Not that I've been needing them, but that gives me a good 8. I think that's enough. How many flasks do I have left? 28. That's plenty. But I got 2 more elf root. Actually, I only have 2 more elf root. Yeah, let's buy those 4 potions after all. So what have I got there? That is a light helmet, which I can't use. Angled strikers for rogues, light gloves that give plus 5% critical backstab damage. Bard's dancing shoes, plus 6 defense and reduce hostility. If it wasn't 10 gold, I would definitely buy those for Liliana. That's for mages. Silver hammers, trackmasters, cured, light boots, plus 2 dexterity. Collective arming cowl, enchanter's arming cap. Aha! Blackened torque. Meathead. What does that compare to what you've got? Plus 6 attack and plus 6 armor. It's 5 gold, but yes, please. I can't afford that, and I don't know if I want to afford that, although that would give me more willpower, which gives me more stamina. That might be better than the Warden's Oath, which is just giving me a little bit more health. Although the Hunter's Belt giving me more stamina regen in combat would also be good as well. Longbowman's Belt, 2% plus 2% crit chance. Eventually I think I want that. Hailstone. I don't think I actually have any weapons to enchant at the moment. So I'm not going to worry about that. I still love the idea of an uncrushable pigeon. 2 gold for that. I'm not getting into combat much. I definitely think that's a good idea. And I feel like that's a good idea as well. The thing is, you already start at a disadvantage with crits as the Warden. Your character has 0 base crit percentage, and it's only gear and weapons that you get that it's ever going to increase that. So in one way, I sort of look at it and go, well, maybe I shouldn't worry about crits. And the fact that in some games, you know, a lot of games, crits do 2 or 3 or 4 times the damage. In this game, crits only add 50% on. So you do 1.5 times damage. That's not a lot. I think overall, things like stamina regen, so that I can use more of my abilities, are probably going to be better. So even though it's 2 gold, I'm going to buy that as well. Okay. So then what I want to do is I want to double check that I don't have any equipment at the moment that I can put... I think it's only swords, any weapons anyway, that you can put, what's-her-names into. You can put runes into. So we want to wear that, and we want to wear that. So now our stamina's up to 134. Why did I not get that? I put that in the wrong spot. What was my stamina? 124. That goes up to 134. Okay, that's good. No one else but me can use this. I don't even know if I can sell that, to be frank. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. What have you got? Cunning and mental resistance. I mean, that's good, but it's not great. Okay, we wanted to go to the black metal talk for you. Yeah, that's increased your armor and your attack by quite a lot, so that's going to be good. Alistair, you don't need anything. Ooh. I wish that wasn't restricted to Alistair, otherwise I would take that. In a heartbeat. Can I get you to do... You can't do herbalism while we are here. Damn it. Well, it's only 2 more healing flasks. It's not a huge deal. What are you wearing? Oh, that's restricted to you as well. Damn it. Okay. Let's get this interaction out of the way.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... What was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor. Though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it. Oh, certainly, I can do that for you. Just come with me.
So, can I sell... Well, I know I can sell that. I can sell the Warden's Oath. I might keep it, though. Just for a little bit. Oh, that's right. What else was there? There was something... 1 point to spend on a talent, but is rendered useless afterwards. Well, I could never afford that anyway. You don't have any good bows. What was there? There was something all the way down here, wasn't there? Where is it? Oh no, we must have already bought it. Golden rope necklace. Grandmaster slow rune. Yeah, okay. Right. That is pretty much all we can do in the camp. I'm going to do a save here, though, because I haven't been saving much. So, we want the pub.
Yes.
The Sten.
Indeed.
And Liliana. I've done this one before. I've done Soldier's Peak before. I know what's involved. I want to do that again. And then we're going to come here and do the Cullenhell Docks. So let's do that. I'm willing to bet we're going to have an encounter on the way, but I could be wrong. Looks like I will be. I don't know why the trail has to look like a trail of blood.
And here we are. Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Impressive.
It's just teeming with history. Can't you feel it? So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Some people call this place the Lost Peak. Before King Merrick's decree, the last Grey Wardens of Ferelden... I just got chills.
How does one... Yeah, that's not great. But if I don't use any other abilities, just Rapid Shot, things might not be too bad with that amount of stamina left. How much I've got? 49 is all I've got left. That's not a lot. Okay. That's why I need more. And how are we doing for... Oh, we got a long way to go before we get our next level. Well... You know... Them's the breaks.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? I felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted.
The world is full of mysteries.
Yes, Warden.
Okay, so... I think... I'm trying to remember how you get these guys to... wake up and attack initially. If I come up this way, will these guys wake up? Okay. Because I remember from the last fight that those guys down there, we did something, they woke up. We killed them, then these guys woke up. We came up this way and killed them. Then the guys on the stairs woke up and we had to come back down. I was hoping I could come up here and just get these guys out of the way first. But it doesn't feel like that's going to be possible. There we go. That got them woken up. What have we got? Arlen soldier, Arlen soldier. Attack! You and you. You and you.
Yes!
How'd that go? Okay. Arlen's Lord. That might be the guy we really want to take out ASAP. You're already charging. I'm going to leave you to do that. And you're already... Okay, we got rid of that Lord nice and quick. No. That took down the Warden Acolyte nice and quick, that's for sure.
Defend yourself!
Alright,
I never liked this part.
oh, time to play.
And then we get more guys waking up over this way.
Let's do this quickly, shall we? Look over there. Behind you.
Oop. Did I not have any health potions set up for you? That's... There we go. I don't know if this is going to be quick enough. You're probably going to go down before I... Oh no. All good. Ooh. Is he... Yeah.
Make a reserve. Come and get it. Be careful. Defend yourself.
Okay. I should come back to them. Let's get these guys up here first. There's quite a few remnants up here to pick through. Deep mushrooms, lyrium. That's it, that's it. Okay. Was there anything... Nope. That
Alright.
is... Ooh. Antique Warden Crossbow. 9.6 damage, critical chance 2.4, armor penetration 7, range 44, plus 1 damage, rapid aim. You know what? Just briefly, I know that crossbows are slower than normal bows, but let's just see what that feels like for a little bit, shall we? I don't really want any of my party using crossbows. I think we're probably just going to use bows all the time, but that does a significant amount of damage. I also... Was there something about crossbows? Oh no, I thought there might have been something about them, about crossbows, that they did like stun damage as well, or knockdown or something, but I must be wrong. Yeah, ultimately crossbows aren't that great. They're okay for low-level archers, but they're not that great. See, what's that? My attack is 73, damage is 13.2, but if I go back to that... That's less damage. Well, what's the point then? The DPS must be lower because it's a slower firing weapon. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, ultimately, what I could do... Actually, let's give that a try. It's a little bit silly. Let's give this to Sten. He doesn't have great dexterity. Right. But let's see what happens if we change him tactically. I should have left him as the defender. And this was if health is less than 50%. Use a potion. Anyway. Is my... Oh. Because I... That's right. Because I swapped weapons, I don't have rapid shot going anymore. There we go. Now I do. Okay.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men! I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our
Arcane horror.
vigil against darkspawn and evil.
What happened to my dog?
That we send a message to that
What happened to the wolf?
proud men, strong men, defiant.
Well, that wasn't fun. Let's get the old lesser injury kit. And then we'll wait a minute till we can summon our next wolf. There's a note. Nothing more to do there. That way or that way, and that's the stairs leading up. So we're going to go this way first. Just as soon as we can get our wolf out. Oh, we also need to do our rapid shot. You're sort of stuck, aren't you? I bet you go over to there. And you go over to there. And we will do... Let's start on you. Ice arrows, very nice. So having Sten using a bow is actually not that bad. The only issue I'm finding is getting everybody out of the way so the pups can get up the front and actually do something, because they often get caught behind us. And that's not really all that useful, as you can imagine. I mean, what I could do... Oops. Is I could get them to scout into the room first. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to have to continually do something like that. What? Here we go. Oh, we didn't go into the mess hall. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I don't understand this. I've had times in the game where I've tried to block like a bridge or something with my party members to stop enemies getting to me. And it hasn't worked. The enemies have just run straight past me. Despite the fact that, you know, I'm standing in the middle of a bridge not much wider than I am. And yet, we all get stuck in a doorway. How does that work?
All right.
Who can I get from there? Not really anybody.
Yes.
See? Wolf is stuck in the door. Let's get you back on your blade, I think. You need to either advance into the room or step back. What are you doing? I thought I said, get your blade out.
Not bad at all.
What the hell? Oh. Something happened there. People got resurrected. Lots of stuff. Where are you trying to go? Go to there. There we go. Actually, in this sort of thing, you are better off. Stan is better off with his weapon, his melee weapon, because he doesn't have melee archer, and neither does Liliana. So I'll swap. I probably can't swap her because she's stunned. Now we'll swap her weapons. Oh, she switched back then. Okay. These tight quarter fights. What the hell is going on?
Do this quick.
Because I got him set as archer, he keeps swapping back to his bow. That's what's going on. I also seem to recall that this did happen last time I was in here. There was multiple waves of enemies. I think we're done now. Book is badly burned. You can make out a word here and there, and that is all.
The door won't hold, Alchemist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned. But Sophia must have had her reasons. The Wardens are heroes. Some injustices just can't be ignored. We can only hope.
Okay. Heavy metal shield. Another book here. that's right. That was the guys we saw earlier. Okay. Quick save.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelate Obrasur
Contraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes! Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting.
Rage Demon and the dead wardens. If I remember rightly, I've got to kill those wardens so that I can do damage to him. And I've lost my pup again. But I've got enough time to give Meathead another level. Strength, Dexterity, Constitution. Seems good. I am going to summon my wolf, because I don't know why he was unsummoned. I suppose moving between levels did it, maybe? You need to attack the Rage Demon. I have to finish summoning. You attack him. You attack him.
Go!
And there's my wolf. The wolf attack the Rage Demon as well, and I attack another one. And there we go. Let's attack that one as well. And now we can start doing damage to keeping an eye for any of those guys to respawn, because I think they will. Yep, there they go. I want you to attack him, and I want you to attack him. The pup is not doing so well. Does that? Restores a small amount of health. Let's hope it's enough. I am going to attack. Yeah, that really wasn't enough of your health, was it? Let's use a lesser health poultice as beautiful. Let's use Shattering Shot on him to try and attack his defenses. And we got it. And
The
Meathead almost went down.
Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew.
Wardens don't forbid blood magic, anything it takes to
I
win.
believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
I want to double check that Meathead didn't end up good. He didn't end up with any injuries. And the rest of us are fine as well. Okay, what have we got? Just a coin there, I guess. Coin there.
And I'm
Mage
off.
Demon. Winter's Breath. Dragon Bone. That's a staff. Potent Lyrium Potion and a heavy chainmail. Take all of that. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Vase with some private documents. So let's see, if I go through this door... Oh, maybe not this door. How about I come all the way over there? What else is everyone doing? You're stuck there somehow. You need to come out to here. You need to come out to there. And where's our wolf? Yeah, the wolfie can't get through because everybody's in the way.
And I'm off.
Set up right now. I can tank a little bit. Wonderful.
Is that all you got?
All right. Take all of that. Take all of that. Raspberry jam. Whatever that is. Yes. Can't get through there until we finish what's up over this way, obviously.
Step no further! Get this annoyance away from me! This one would speak with you.
Yeah, Wolf, it seems to work good if you've got some meat shields to stop the opponents getting too close. The problem I've got at the moment, Sten is not an archer by any means, and so I'm going to get rid of him eventually for another rogue. Liliana is a good archer and rogue, but she doesn't have the melee archer talent, which allows her... Because what happens is, opponents get up in their face, and if they get hit with a melee attack while they're trying to attack with the bow, it interrupts them. And that's not good. So both Sten and Liliana can suffer from that at the moment. I've got that ability, so I'm fine. And as soon as Liliana gets a level, I'm going to give her that ability, which will make her better. But this build is going to be me, Ilyana, and another rogue. And Ilyana and that other rogue are eventually, at level 14, unfortunately, going to spec into Ranger as well. And at that point, we will have 3 summoned animals, plus our dog, Meathead, to be our meat shields. And then the 3 of us can be sitting back, just throwing arrows around. And yes, it will work pretty good, I think. The problem, archery in this game is okay, but most of the talents that you've got, the abilities that you can use in combat, are a bit heavy in the amount of stamina they use. And so a lot of them aren't really useful. So you might notice I have Rapid Shot going, but I don't really use any of the other special abilities very much. About the only one I use is Shattering Shot, is good for reducing the defenses of bosses. It only lasts about 10 seconds or whatever it is, but if you can drop their defenses a little bit, it means that if I get everyone to concentrate on the boss, and then we get a Scattershot to work, the boss will drop a lot of their defenses, and our damage will get through for the next, few attacks, and drop them a lot quicker. So anyway, let's get this. I don't think there's a protection from arrows. Oh, actually, there might be a glyph. I think there's a glyph that does that, now that I think about it. But even if they do, we've got ultimately we will have 4 animals, so 3 summoned animals, whether they're wolves or bears, plus the dog attacking. So even if they do protection from arrows, we've got something else that's going to be doing damage. Get this one. This one would speak with you. Who or what are you?
This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
Levy, I'm afraid your great-great-grandmother is possessed.
That's all she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
Is anything of the real Sophia inside
This
you?
one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
Why should I trust a demon?
What is one woman child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
Tell me about the deal, then.
You can't be serious. There's nothing left of Commander Dryden. She's possessed.
Your fledgling should mind its place. Meek, subservient, quiet. This one will answer your question. The Soldier's Peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the Old Mage Tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons. No more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world.
You're serious? There is no way I'll make a deal with you.
Then you are a fool!
No, I am not a fool. Okay, so we do have some weak skeletons, but if we ignore them, and if I do a Shattering Shot, and then Little Wolf and Meathead attacks, and then maybe you can attack some of these skeletons, but you are also, maybe not a Shattering Shot, we might try Pinning Shot from you. Okay, how about switch weapons and just go to town? I'm going to dirty fighting. What?
Let's make this quick.
There we go. That's very long. How about... There we go. Get her down on the... Oh, I got stunned as well. That's not good. Come on, you two. Keep the press on. Oh, Sten went down. He wasn't paying attention to how much damage he'd taken. No. Stay on target. Damn it, I'm probably... Yeah, I can't do anything about that. You've been knocked down. There's no way you're going to heal in time. And even the puppy went down. This is not going well. Yeah, I think we need to restart this.
Step no further! Get this annoyance away from me! This one would speak with you. Fool!
Okay, let's change our tact this time. You and you attack him. You attack him. You attack him. And I will attack him. I feel like you need to be back on that. Okay, so it looks like we got one of the skeletons down, did we? There's one dead there. There's that one there, what one there? Yeah, so one's down. That's good. I'm in a bad way. So very good. Oh, wrong person. Damn it. That means I've also gotten rid of my rapid shot. You get the sword out. Ultimately, that's not a bad idea, but I think I've got to get rid of these skeletons first. What are you doing, Sten? And I'm not even attacking the right person. Okay, skeletons are all down. Now, I can heal. And we can all... Pay attention. Let's...
Are you joking? Surely you're joking.
Stun. There we go, we're alright.
This should be fine.
She's taking it.
It is enough.
Hey, Liana got over spell. Great. That's what we wanted because, well, first of all, we better get rid of that injury. And then if we give her her level, Dex, Willpower, Cunning. Next. What to give her? Combat Tactics. Now I could go down more of the Bard path, but she really needs Melee Archer. There we go. All good.
All right.
Okay, bunch of Warden Commander's gear, which I don't think we will be able to wear. There is a book on the table. There's also a sword on the table, but for some reason it's obviously not good enough. A yew short bow.
Allow me. I could do that for you. Hmm?
What's the bet? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. All right. Let's have a look. I don't think I can use... I should have been using poison there as well. That yew short bow is not as good as my Wild's bow. That is good. I should have also been using some better arrows. No, I can't wear the Warden Commander's gear at all. Not really surprised by that in any way, shape or form. Sten can, however. And it does look... Whoa! +1 armor, stamina regen in combat, critical slash backstab damage. That is massive. I really want to wear that now. But it's massive armor, and that will slow me down considerably. Not just generally walking around, but if you're wearing, in particular, the chest piece, if that is massive armor, it actually slows your ability to attack with a bow. So I'm not going to get him to use his bow anymore, because he will shoot really, really slow thanks to that armor. But that's a really good... Was there a helmet? I got a feeling there was a helmet. No? There's heavy chain now. Heavy chain steel. Heavy chain grey iron, heavy chain steel. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to wear the heavy chain. I mean, I think I'm probably not far off. Oh, no, I am way off. Strength's only 16. That's all right. I don't want to wear the heavy chain. We might give it to Alistair, maybe. Okay, so now that we're finished in here, we can go through this door. Oh, I've got to get... Oh, and I can't get my wolf out yet. That's alright. Yeah.
Good to go!
Anon is a
Right, everybody, attack the skeletons, please.
Where do I...
No, don't use a shattering shot, just use a normal shot.
Let's end this.
And we're done. I was going to say I thought there were traps on this bridge. I find it a little annoying. Like, I have been increasing my cunning as I've been going along, which I would have thought would be all that was needed to continue to help find traps. And quite frankly, like, at the start of the game, it was really easy for me to find traps as a rogue. Not anymore. I rarely find them until I've walked over them, or one of my companions has. Okay, so we did lose the wolf because we went through a barrier. That's not great. And we'll have lost it again. That is really annoying that every time we go through a change of location, I have to resummon. Particularly like that last one where you end up in combat. Like, that's going to be what's going to be hard for the ranger. Like, once I've got my 3 rangers, and the only other companion we've got is Meathead, the dog. When we come to a situation like that, where you change locations from one to another, all of our summoned pets disappear, it'll be just us and Meathead. And we will have quite a wait. Look how long it's taking for me to be able to get back and recast that. Like, the battle will be over if we survive it before we will be able to recast and resummon our companions. So that's going to be the biggest issue that we're going to have. Onward. Put myself in the corner. Where are the puppies? You're blocking their way. How about you get to there? I am going to dirty fighting to see him. And Stan got a level. I am.
All right.
What are you doing down the stairs, pup? This details a series of experiments in terse clinical handwriting.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered nothing. Only 3 subjects are left. Day 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary success. Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Repeated applications have duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had 1 more, or a dozen. The things I could do.
Okay, so I do want to give Stan his level, don't worry, but I want to do this first. I'm going to drink this because I want to see what it does. I can't remember what class. I think it was Rogue last time I got here, but I don't recall. But I want to just drink it and see what it gives me. I know it gives me like another sub-specialization with some more talents that I can take. So it doesn't actually give me a level up, I don't think. but I have access to new abilities. If I have a look under talents, I now have power and blood, and I think I've already got these two, Tainted Blade and Dark Passage. That's passive. Tapping the power of Tainted Blood makes the rogue more nimble and able to move quickly while using stealth, more likely to dodge physical attacks. And then Tainted Blade, bonus to damage determined by the cunning attribute, but suffers continuous depleting health in return. No, there's no way you would want that. So we're going to ignore that, and we're going to smash this. Destroy the vial. Okay, and another book. Avernus's notes. Let's give Sten his level. Really, really tempting to have given him some archery stuff at this point, but we're not going to. What we're going to give him is 1 more point of strength, 1 point of willpower for the stamina, and 1 point of constitution because he needs health. He is a meat shield. What have we got here? Passive. Grants bonuses to damage, physical resistance and mental resistance, as well as bonus to critical chance that increases proportionally to the number of enemies above 2 the warrior is engaging in. That actually sounds really good. Really good, in fact. Or we can take the passive stunning blows, which is what I really want to take in some ways. Or we can take shattering blows, which is another passive. That's only against golems and other constructs, so that's limited use at the moment. And that's another passive, reducing the penalty to attack and defense from powerful swings. We're not using powerful swings. I'm going to take bravery. And there we go. That might help him to be a little bit more effective when we get mobbed. Okay, we've got 2 doors here. I don't remember. I think they go to the same place. If I remember rightly, you can't get through this door. No? They both go to the same spot. Alright. We still have our wolf out. What do we got? Corpse, wooden crate, chest. Oh, just enough to walk in the room further to get this thing going.
I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration.
G'day, gentle heart. It's going... The Grey Rangers are going well. Just getting used to doing things a little bit differently with the party composition. But
replenish their numbers.
Yeah, it's going to be a few more levels before we really hit our stride, because I'm the only one who's got Ranger at the moment, so I'm the only one who can summon animals. I need to get Ilyana at level 14 so she can do the same. She's only just gotten level 8, so it's going to be a while. And then we need to recruit another rogue, of which there is only one other rogue in the game. So that's going to be a little while before we can get him in the party as well. So for now, make and do with what we've got. The old warden mage, you're still alive.
Only just. I have only a short time left.
Careful. This man has dabbled in matters forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have forbidden my research, not any god. Enough. Why are you here? What is your intent?
Soldier's Peak must be rid of its plague of demons.
Agreed. This must be the first priority. The only priority.
I'm here to recover the Grey Warden's base.
An admirable goal. But in order to achieve this, the demons must be cut off forever.
Well, I hope so. I hope I'm powerful at any time. we will see.
They were necessary. Any tool, any iota of information that could defeat the fell demons was justified. As a warden, you should know that.
How do you know I'm a
A
warden?
combination of my research and blood magic. But even without that, who else would brave Soldier's Peak? To what questions, I wonder? Ask.
And then I can immediately say the time for questions is over. How have you survived this many
The
years?
Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic, but there are so many secrets to uncover. As my body decayed, I found ways to extend it. But that can only go so far.
So what happened here?
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more.
How was Arland a tyrant?
He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then, but the kingdom lives on.
There is sort of a rain of arrows type ability. I'll show you once this is over, but there is only really one thing like that. There really, if you look at the combat in this game and the abilities that you can use, the talents, the feats, the features, whatever you want to call them, but the things that you can use in combat to execute maneuvers to do damage, if you look at those, the best fighting style is dual weapon, because it has a really good selection of things, and in particular, they allow you to do damage to multiple opponents around you. Strangely enough, two-handed swords only has one talent that does this big great swing that does massive damage to multiple opponents around you, and it's at the highest level. You've got to spend, it's the fourth one of the tier to get to that. Archery has a few things that do some extra damage, usually just to the one opponent. Most of them don't do extra damage. Most of them, well, there's one that does a critical shot, but the other ones usually just pin or hamper, cripple or pin the opponent, or they lower their defenses, things like that. But the problem is that pretty much there is an arrow of slaying, which doesn't kill outright, but it does a critical attack. I think it does multiple crits damage. It does do a lot of damage. It is useful, but it's a bit weird because it bases what it does on the difference between you and your opponent's level. And so there's this weird little gap in the middle where if the opponent is like 3 levels lower than you, you actually do almost no damage to them. And yet, either side of that range, you do a lot of damage to them. But there is one called Scattershot, and the idea there is that the arrow hits your opponent and breaks apart and then scatters to hit other opponents around them. That's the only one that is like an AoE type of effect. Even the magic, there's not a lot of spells in this game that have large AoEs doing damage to multiple opponents. There are AoEs that will stun multiple opponents or knock them over, but actually damaging, there's very few things in this game that allow you to damage multiple people in any way, shape or form. And the best, in my opinion, to do that is the dual weapon fighting. So no, you are a bit limited in the ways that you can do lots of damage as an archer. And the other thing is, in a lot of games, and even in this one, people try and set up for archers a good critical strike build. Yeah, you're basically there to pick off... You're basically there to pick off opponents one at a time, right? And yes, with a greatsword, you would expect that you'd be able to do a massive cleave to take out multiple enemies, but that ability just doesn't exist until right at the end. So the other problem here is, as I was saying, is the criticality. The critical strike system in this game, it's percentage based, so, and as the protagonist, you actually start with a 0% chance of doing critical attacks. And then it's gear that increases that ability. So even at the moment, I think my critical chance is probably somewhere only around 4 or 5%. Even then, the criticals only do an extra 50% damage, whereas a lot of other games do like triple, at least 2, if not 3 or 4 times damage when you do a critical. So backstabbing and critical attacks in this game don't do huge amounts of extra damage. Now, having said that, I believe that there are some weapons later on in the game that do a lot of damage anyway, but when you're only adding 50% onto it, there is talk that using critical hit and arrow of slaying, the 2 abilities that you can get as an archer, you can take out some opponents with just those 2 abilities, one after the other, and they will take out some opponents. But that means you're essentially, that's assuming that if you didn't use either of those abilities, right, then, well, maybe I'm getting it wrong with arrow of slaying. I need to double check that. Let me just really quickly search for that. You're kidding. You're not going to find arrow of slaying if I type in slay. Okay, so arrow of slaying, the ability... Okay, so it does 2 times normal critical damage. If I'm understanding that correctly... And then there's a damage multiplier, a bonus multiplier added on top of that. So the best situation is if your opponent is 8 levels below you, it does 10 times the damage, and then it's doing 2.5 times normal critical damage, which means 2 times normal critical damage. 2 times normal critical damage, so that's twice 1.5 times damage. So it means you're only actually doing 3 times damage, but then it's multiplying that by anywhere from 0 to 10. And so that's the problem. If your opponent is 2 levels lower than you, you do not add any multiplier. In fact, the multiplier is 0, which means you do no damage at all. Which is really weird and really hard to get your head around. Yeah, the rain of arrows is quite good, but having said that, it's not actually realistic if you're going for that sort of thing. However, magic isn't realistic either. Neither is swinging a massive sword and hitting multiple people with the one swing. So, you've got all of that. But, yeah, there is a lot going on there. It's not ideal, but it is still a valid style of combat in this game. It's just, I'm finding that I don't feel like I need to use a lot of the abilities. I'm better off just keeping up a steady attack time after time. And yeah, that ability, like the Arrow of Slaying ability, you really have to know who you're fighting and what their level is to decide whether you want to use it or not. Because you can go, anywhere from doing 0 damage to them to doing 30 times normal damage in one hit. And it all depends on their level. Well, see, there's not a lot of AoE abilities that I recall in this game, Rexa. What I see in this game are abilities that buff or debuff an opponent. You know, they either buff a companion or debuff an opponent, and that includes things like stunning, knocking them down, pinning them down, debuffing their armor, all of that type of stuff. And I'm talking, this is not just archers, this is across the board, right? So there's a lot of abilities that buff you or buff a companion or debuff your opponent in one of many ways. There are a few abilities that do extra damage, and it's usually to a single opponent. There are very few that do damage to multiple opponents. Most of the things that are AoE in this game are AoE debuffs or knockdowns or things like that. And then there are all of the passive abilities which sort of do something to you. And in the Archer, there's a lot of those. They do things like speed up your, rapid shot, speed up how quickly you can attack, but it doesn't, and that you lose your chance to do criticals. You have aim, which slows down your attack, but you're more likely to hit and you're going to do a little bit more damage. Not a lot. It's like 1 or 2 points more damage. That's it. So there's a lot of that sort of stuff all around, but there's really not a lot of AoE in this game, at least AoE damage. Yeah, well, numbers is the thing in this game. You can, like, the times when I die and it's a whole party death in combat is because we've just been mobbed by a huge group of enemies and we haven't taken them down in the right sort of order. And yeah, I do like how the bow feels in here, mostly because it really does feel on par with most of the other things, the other types of combat or whatever, magic included. I will say, and I've said it before, I'll say it again though, I do feel like dual weapon combat is a little bit OP compared to the others. Not a lot, but it's enough, because there is literally 2 or maybe even 3 or 4 abilities where you can attack multiple opponents in front of you and do damage. You're not doing massive amounts of damage, but just the fact that you can do an attack which hits multiple people, or you get multiple quick strikes at one opponent in front of you, that is way better than any of the other abilities, in my opinion. Like, if you said to me, and I've only been playing this game for a couple of weeks now, but if you said to me, I've never played this game before, what class should I build? What should I do? Dual wield rogue, you will be fine. Just make sure that you take the best armor you can, give yourself some extra constitution to keep your health a little bit higher, but you will have no problems. And there's a lot of games out there where you play a rogue and you have to be on the back line. You have to be waiting back and looking for your time to rush in and strike an opponent, and then you've got to get the hell out of there before you get killed. The rogue here does not feel like that at all. The melee rogue in this game feels more survivable than any other game I've played. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. You are going to have problems with health, and you are going to get hit sometimes for big damage, so you're going to have to be careful, but you are going to have the abilities to really dish out some damage, and really, if you want to play tactically and you want to get in there and do damage and have multiple ways of, you've got dirty fighting, which knocks your opponent down, you've got below the belt, which debuffs them, and that's just in your a couple of things there, and then all of the abilities that you can use in the two-weapon combat to do those little extra bits of damage and take down opponents. It takes advantage of the aggressive playstyle, definitely. Anyway, I want to keep moving with this storyline. You had to know some of the demons was foolhardy.
Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tirn Kuzland.
Oh, I
Him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped. Of course, to nudge people to keep our secrets safe. Sophia should have let me nudge harder. Her scruples were her undoing.
Okay, now we're talking about the demons.
Perhaps, but it was survival. For months. I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. I was so close.
Commander Dryden knew of the demons?
She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter.
You do remember how that ended.
Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile.
How do you know the Chantry?
And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort.
You sound proud of your actions.
My only regret is that it failed, and that I never had a chance to make Ireland pay.
Thanks, Gentleheart. That Aldori Defender was one of my earliest builds for Pathfinder Kingmaker.
And who draws this line of what is safe, proper, or moral? The Chantry? Corrupt, mundane, pathetic little men? You? Embrace the core tenet of the Wardens, any means necessary to win. Yes?
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor.
Well, thanks for that. I do try and, I do try and make sure that I'm explaining things. That's part of why I do it.
He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams, I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance.
Just answer the question.
Your great-great-grandmother was the best of us. Brave, charismatic, fiery, utterly devoted to the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
To stop the demonic tide, to correct the miscalculations of the past. Blood magic comes from demons. They could counter every bit of law I knew. But the Darkspawn taint, that is alien to them. And it has power. The Wardens use it merely to sense Darkspawn. A triviality. My research has discovered so much more. Hinted at even greater heights. This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Wardens could grow even more powerful. It was necessary. It was vital. The few meager years of life they would have spent trapped in this tower were nothing compared to the greater goal. I gave their death meaning. You dare to judge me? I have stood in relentless vigil against the demonic ranks. I have done this task without complaint, without relief. So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with. That will do for now. We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
Oops. Yeah. Is this where we're going? Yeah, we gotta go back over the bridge. Which means we lose our wolf again. So I'm just gonna wait here. And, well, we're not gonna go through that next door. I knew I should have stuck to the center of the bridge. Walk where he walks. Okay. We shall just wait here for this little timer. Yeah. I mean, I'm disappointed in myself a lot of the time for restarting, but I am committed to finishing this.
We must act
At least
quickly.
That's what I'm saying now.
The demons are clawing on the gates. The veil must be closed. I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming.
Okay. I feel like it would be better if you're out there. You come in here, you come over there, and I am going to summon my wolf. There we go, and then I'm going to come out over this way as well. Why did you run forward like that? That was a silly thing to do.
And I'm off.
Wow, what did you get hit by? I didn't even notice that happened. Okay, that's half of the demons. Oh, and what do we got here? What are you doing? Yeah, get over here and help your master, eh? The rest of those can stay there. No, it won't be that. The most likely thing that's going to stop me from not completing this game is frustration with the game, doing things in stupid ways, like, anyway, and then the potential that another game comes along that catches my eye, like something new that comes along, and I go, "Ooh, shiny!" and end up playing that. That is the most dangerous things. It's not going to be that I'm going to decide to play another thing. I'm going to be sticking with this one. There is no doubt about that. I think I need to use that, which isn't great. There we go. Ooh. Oh, damn it. Where's Sten? Oh, there he is. Desire demon. Oh! Damn it! I died too. Well, that's not going to work. Oh, we're going to do all this again.
Only just.
Careful.
So, why are you here? What is your intent? An admirable goal. But in order to achieve this... Agreed. This must be the first priority. And here, I thought, there is a precise and you would kill me now. Your narrow-minded actions would They were necessary. As a warden, you should know that. But even without that, to what questions? If justice or vengeance drive you, stay... That will do for now. We must go to the Great Hall. There will be peril.
Okay. So I should have saved before I walked through that last door. So let's wait here. It's only 60 seconds for the wolf to be available again, but I need it ready the instant I go through that door, because we don't get a chance to do anything else. So I need that available, and then I need to quick save and then go through the door. How far away? Oh, we're still quite away for a level. What about the other guys? Oh, yeah, no one's close to a level. I don't know, it seemed like the first 7 levels, yeah, it went really, really quick, and then they go so slow. Oh, I saved too soon. Hang on. I thought the wolf was ready. Yeah, I mean, I like how the rangers can summon as well, but the time after the summon is dismissed, when you go through a location change, the summon disappears. And then you've got a minute of game time before you can get it back out. Or a minute of real time, you know, in the game. Sort of, I don't know. Anyway.
I will unravel the summoning circles I drew.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get my dog out, and my wolf out. And I'm not going to bother positioning him anywhere this time. What I will do, though, is maybe add a bit of to the mix. We can get these rage demons out of the way quickly. That's one down already, I think. Yeah, it is. Oh, that one's half dead. You can stay attacking him, actually, and Sten, you can help. And hell, even... I will even help there. I'll leave the wolf taking on this guy, just because. But that's the second demon done. Nice and quick. Okay, so those demons worked out nice and quick, nice and fast. That was good. It's this second round of demons that's a little bit... Ooh, I might even be able to get a save in. It's this second round of demons, these shades, that ended up being a little bit hard. But let's give this a try. Let's get everybody concentrating on one shade. And see how quick
You should run while you
we can take it down. Bang. Dead. Oh no, it's not dead actually. It's close though. But the rest of us are going to concentrate on that guy. Okay. Now he's dead. You. Where did that other one come from? And that one's dead. Good. There's only 2 left. No, I think I want to concentrate on this one first. You need to heal. And then I'm going to help concentrate on that one as well. Everybody else, back on that. Okay, that feels like that worked reasonably well. So let's keep that up. Everybody attack the same opponent.
As you wish.
Okay, that's an Ash Wraith down. Let's go for this other Ash Wraith. Yep. And I'll let you do that for now. Okay. You need to heal. We got that one down? We do. Everybody. Oh, we have a rage demon over there as well. It's not ideal. Thought there was only one left.
Good to go!
Brilliant. And then everybody attack him. Oh, damn it. She was on fire and I didn't notice it. Oh, good. She gets back up. Wonderful. Just in time to help with the Desire Demon. I really hope you're already doing a charge. I'll leave you to do that. I want you to do a Shattering shot, and I am going to do the same, and hope that one of them Meathead and the Wolf are getting pretty low, but they're actually doing a lot of damage. And we did it.
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. So what of me? Will you leave me to experiment in peace?
No more dark research.
Without test subjects, without other materials, you would cripple my efforts. But I will do what I can in this endeavor.
G'day,
I
D-Bills.
have little hope of discovering anything useful. But if I do, you will hear of it.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Vernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will do queer things to survive. But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good. But there was no proof to redeem my family.
The past won't offer redemption. Try the future instead.
For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again.
Soldier's Peak seems like a lonely place.
It is. In time, it might liven up, though. You're gathering an army, after all. A fortress may do some good with that.
Any chance I can convince you to stay on?
You know I'm no good in a fight, but I'm a fair trader if I do say so myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours, for a sizable discount.
We fought well here. The Arishok would be pleased.
And I got a level. Wow, that... I was quite a way off. I was like there, I think. I got a huge hit from that. What about everyone else? Yeah, those guys were really low too. They got like half a level out of that. Oh, you would have cracked skull. We better fix that. Did anyone else have injuries? No. Okay, so what was I going to do at level 8? I was going to take 1 point in strength and 2 in dex, but I think instead I want 2 points in willpower and 1 in dex. And then, ooh, it's getting even better. I'm going to take improved survival, because I don't need to take any more of those. And then we can now summon the bear. I think this will unsummon the wolf. Yeah. But we got ourselves a bear now. The bear is really good at fighting bosses. He's very tanky. At higher levels, though, the wolves, if you've got a pack of them, if you've got like 3 of them, which is what the aim is, the wolves are supposed to be really good because they do an overwhelm attack. And if you've ever had that overwhelm done to you by spiders or those deep stalkers for the dwarves and stuff like that, it is quite good, and it keeps you out of combat for quite a while. No, I haven't been watching E3 at all. Back to work today, so I haven't had a chance to look at any of that sort of stuff over the... I don't even remember when it started, to be honest. So, yeah. Okay, the bear's going to go away, because we have to go back into the tower to loot the other stuff. We didn't loot the stuff in the mage's quarters. So we want to do that. Hydrate and stretch. Yes. Okay. Oh. That and that. Very good. Right, sorry, was wrestling with my mouse. I thought I read that already. Oh, I just can read it multiple times? Okay, that's silly. Okay, what do we got in here? We got pits. Got a corpse. Okay, we have a wooden crate with an ash longbow and some coinage. We have a chest.
Allow me. I could do that for you. What is it?
Large wooden round shield. Okay. And then nothing up here that we can loot. Okay, well, we didn't get a huge amount of loot out of that. I mean, we did get that really good Warden's armor for Sten. And what else did we get? That's about it, really. I don't think there was any good bows. Oh, that's right. There was the crossbow that we gave him, but it's not that great either, really. I mean, it's okay, but yeah, just okay.
Yes.
Pepsi Max I'm drinking today. Ooh, can I talk to him?
Welcome back, Warden. As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up a bit. Even my brother Mikhail came out of hiding. Never will you find a finer smith. Also, got some goods stored here that might interest you. Buy them now before my cousins move it all someplace else. Certainly.
What?
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly. What can I do for you, Warden? We've a big family. When you were away, we all pitched in.
I wasn't away. I went into the tower and came back.
I thought about it, but I figured that it's not a bad thing to believe that you come from a line of lions, even if the truth is a touch more complicated. Our family's belief that we were wronged, it gave us strength to make something of ourselves. King Arlen sounded like a right nasty piece of work. Sophia was branded a traitor. She consorted with blood mages. But in spite of it all, I think she was a hero. Haven't heard a peep from him. Seems to like keeping to himself. But I keep telling the children to stay away from the tower. Certainly.
Nope. For some reason, I cannot buy anything from him. And that's a nuisance. It wasn't so much that he was being dramatic or anything that I was away. It was that I was literally gone for like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. And his cousins had all moved in and started to repair the place and all that sort of stuff. It didn't make a lot of sense. I am tempted to go back into that, because that is a... And I'm getting lost in here. How am I getting lost? I usually don't get lost at all. I'm tempted to come back in here and see if he does, if I come back this way, whether he actually has anything properly to sell, because that was annoying that I could click on him and say, yep, what have you got? And he doesn't have anything.
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
Nope, it's busted. Okay, well, I wasn't really counting on him having anything yet. I didn't even know that was going to be possible. So we're going to go from here, we're going to go back to the party camp and see the dwarves. No, the exit's back through here. Actually, I can't change party members yet. I need... God damn it, I need to have Morrigan in my party to make up some more healing potions. Because we are almost out. God, how much further do I have to run to get out of here? Oh yes, I plan on playing all of them in the series. I'm enjoying this one enough that I definitely want to play the others.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay, I don't want any of these lyriums, so let's sell all of them. It gives us a good amount of coin. Up to 21 now. I only have 2 elf root to buy, so let's... This is not enough potions, to be honest. Which makes me want to buy lesser kits instead. Like, when I look at it, it actually feels like in some of the early fights in any... So, like, if you go to a location, you know, you expect the last fight to be the boss fight, right? That's just normal. And it feels like, in that situation, if you're in an early fight and you or one of your party members has lost a lot of health, but you don't feel like there's a problem that you're going to lose the battle, let them go down and use a lesser injury kit. I've got enough lesser injury kits now. I've got 14 of them. Oh, that's right. We've got that. I'm going to sell that because that's going to bring some good money. Yeah, I just feel like I should just let them go down in combat. Let my companions not die, but, you know, go down in combat, because recovering with a lesser injury kit is going to be easier, and then that's going to save the healing poultices for later situations where I need them more. I really wish he had some more healing. He doesn't have anything else I want, though. But even though I'm probably never going to put Alistair in my group again, I feel like I should put the... he can't wear the heavy chain. Well, and he can't use that shield. Well, that's fine. I'll sell it all then. I was going to give him that heavy chain.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
So we can sell that, and that, that, and that, and that. 30 gold we're up to. It is very tempting to buy that, but I don't feel like I need it. We already have that on Meathead, don't we? Yes. I don't know why he's got another one to sell. And we're using that, aren't we? He resets. Okay. Okay, well, I'm happy with how this is going, but that's going to be it for this episode. We don't get a chance to try out the bear, but, you know, can't have everything. Streams are probably going to be a little bit shorter. I might not be streaming tomorrow, but for the next week at least, I think the stream, well, for the next few days, the streams will be a little bit shorter than I have often been doing them, because I'm back to work and I've got to get back into that routine again. So we will see what happens. Probably won't make it tomorrow night because I have a bit of a social event after work with the new work folk. But we will definitely be back the following night. I was going to say Wednesday night, but that will not necessarily be Wednesday night for everybody else. So, thank you all for joining me. I am happy with how the Rangers are going, although I really want to get Leilani as a Ranger, but that's not going to happen for a while. And the same with the other rogue that we can get later. Next is definitely going to be the Circle. We're going to go to Lake Galahad Docks and then go to the Circle Tower and do all of that. I've done some of that already in the previous playthrough, but we're going to finish that this time, and then we're going to move on. So yes, hope everyone enjoyed this playthrough or this episode, and I will catch you all next time. Bye now.